Welcome dear viewers to the video on HPMC CMAs for matrix tablets in QbD based development. This video is regarding the critical material attributes or functionality characteristics of the HPMC used to make the matrix tablets. The matrix tablets are also known as HPMC based hydrophilic matrix tablets. The HPMC is used to sustain or prolong the drug release in this type of formulation design. The tablets may be called as sustained release, modified release, or prolonged release. The terminologies may be different, but the ultimate aim is same. Controlled release, extended release, sustained release, or prolonged release tablets can be made or manufactured by using the HPMC matrix. So HPMC based matrix tablets are prepared which are effective in maintaining the effective drug plasma concentration over a long period, because the HPMC matrix tablet release the drug slowly and in a controlled fashion. This type of drug release design reduces the side effects which are there because of the immediate release formulations, and these formulation design improves therapeutic outcome and the total daily dose is reduced. The frequency of the tablet intake or dosing is reduced, so it reduces the daily pill burden on the patient, and that's why it improves the patient compliance. The HPMC based matrix tablets are easy to manufacture and economic for the patients. The HPMC based matrix systems are the most common type of extended release formulations. These formulations involves the use of polymers which are hydrophilic in nature, like HPMC. The HPMC is mixed properly with the API and the other components which form the matrix. This matrix hydrate and swell upon contact with GI fluids, and that's why the drug is slowly released through diffusion and erosion processes. There are many benefits for these HPMC matrix tablets, like these can provide the controlled release or sustained release, consistent release, and the target is zero order release kinetics. This HPMC matrix tablet can reduce the peak plasma concentrations, leading to decrease in the GI side effects and the toxicity. The main challenges in making the CR tablets with HPMC is variability in the release rate depending on to the viscosity and concentration of the polymer, and sensitivity to the GI pH, which can affect the drug release. Now, making the HPMC based formulation with a controlled release design or controlled release type of dissolution is challenging. The HPMC based matrix tablets are designed to have some advantages, and that's why the controlled release or controlled dissolution profile is must to be achieved. And to achieve this property or to achieve the aim of HPMC based controlled release system, the tablets or the formulation are to be designed with a quality by design approach. Quality by design approach is a systematic and risk-based approach for the pharmaceutical formulations, and QbD means designing and developing formulations with predefined required or target product quality. In QbD, we study the effect of variations in the critical material attributes in the critical process parameters which affect the CQs. In the present video, we will study the critical material attributes of hypromellose or HPMC which can affect the product quality. The physicochemical properties of the HPMC are required to be studied and should be within the normal manufacturing ranges. So, by studying the HPMC properties, we can study the effect of these properties on physical and chemical properties of the tablets made with HPMC by matrix design. Also, we can understand the effect of CMAs onto the drug release profiles of extended release, controlled release, or sustained release hydrophilic matrix tablets. Formulation composition factors. So different factors are there which can affect the CR design or sustained release design with HPMC matrix. These all factors we are not going to study in the present video. Only the HPMC related factors will be studied in detail. Formulation factors like release controlling polymer or functional polymer substitution type, viscosity, concentration or level, and the particle size is the factor which affect the drug release. Drug substance or API particle size and solubility is the another factor. Diluent or filler solubility and concentration and the use of binders, glidants and lubricants can affect the drug release profile. Manufacturing processes factors like manufacturing method, which may be granulation, roller compaction or direct compression, affects the drug release. Tablet size and shape, surface area and volume, compression force, which affects hardness of tablet, may affect the drug release profile. pH environment, microenvironment, the composition and the pH of the tablet may have impact. Film coating, which may be functional or non-functional, affects the drug release. Now come to the main part of this video, the release controlling polymer or functional polymer CMAs. So CMAs are nothing but the critical material attributes or functionality characteristics which affect the final formulation CQs. And these CQs are related to the safety and efficacy of the formulation. Being a control release formulation, maintaining the drug release profile is very much important and is very much required. In HPMC based matrix systems, HPMC polymer is used as a hydrophilic polymer to sustain the drug release. HPMC physicochemical properties affect the drug release, which are the blend and powder flow, manufacturing processes, tablet physical properties, drug release, that is in vitro dissolution and in vivo dissolution, which have impact onto the pharmacokinetics of the drug. The overall performance of the modified release or sustained release matrix tablets is based onto the HPMC. The extended, sustained or prolonged release of the hydrophilic matrix tablets is dependent onto the HPMC properties. So what are those HPMC properties or functionalities or CMAs? So out of all, I have enlisted the main CMAs. First is substitution type. The substitution means percentage of hydroxypropyl substitution or methoxyl group substitution. Then viscosity and the molecular weight, concentration or level, that means percent weight by weight of the tablet weight, like you may use 15% polymer or 20% polymer or 30% polymer. Then particle size of HPMC, the hydration and gel formation and erosion rate of matrix, and the grade of the HPMC. Different grades are available in various viscosities, and also the controlled release grades are now available with many of the HPMC suppliers or manufacturers. Mainly the HPMC grades like K4M, K15M, K 100m and K 200m are used for matrix tablets, and all these grades are also available in the CR grades. First is substitution type. So percent hydroxypropyl or a percent HP content. The CMA is HP content. It may be low, medium, that is center point, and high. So whenever you are studying the effect, you can or you should take the polymer with different levels of HP. HPMC is a semi-synthetic polymer synthesized from the cellulose, and that's why this carries certain variability because of the variability in the starting material, which is cellulose, and it is a natural raw material. HPMC number denotes the methoxy and HP content. And for example, if you come across a HPMC substitution type 2910, that means it contains 29% methoxy and 10% of the hydroxy propoxy. So, for example, HPMC K100M is 2910 and it contains 7 to 12% of hydroxy propoxy substitution. The 10% will be medium. The degree of substitution refers to the average number of substituted hydroxyl groups per glucose unit in the cellulose chain. So as it is a polymer, cellulose chains are there, and how much glucose unit is containing the substitution, that is called as degree of substitution. Once again I will repeat, the degree of substitution refers to the average number of substituted hydroxyl groups per unit in the cellulose chain. Here I have given a table with different type of substitutions and the content of methoxy and hydroxy propoxy. In the structure you can see the hydroxy propoxyl substitution, and also you can see the methoxyl substitution. So as the name indicates, HPMC, it contains HP content, that is hydroxy propoxyl, and the methoxyl substitution onto a cellulose. The degree of substitution affects the hydrophilic nature, solubility, and the hydrophobic nature. Hydrophilicity is coming from the hydroxy propoxy groups, and hydrophobicity comes from the methoxyl groups. So if methoxyl groups are more, then that means it is more hydrophobic, and if the hydroxy propoxyl groups are more, then it means it is more hydrophilic. The degree of substitution affects the hydrophilicity and the hydrophobicity. HPMC forms a gel layer through hydration to control the drug release. So the hydroxypropoxyl content is very important for hydration and drug release and erosion. So based on the USP substitution types like 2208, 2208 and 2910, you can easily compare the HP content and methoxyl content. Second important variable is viscosity of 2% dispersion and the molecular weight. Molecular weight is very important. If you use high molecular weight polymer, you can sustain the drug release for longer time. Molecular weight affects hydrophilicity and hydrophobicity. Molecular weight affects the viscosity, and that's why it can control the hydration and erosion rate. Lower molecular weight of HPMC, that means more hydrophilic nature. It hydrates and disperses better and faster in water. So the lower molecular weight HPMC cannot hold the drug or sustain the drug release for a longer time. The HPMC polymer molecular weight is calculated from the measurement of apparent viscosity. So viscosity and the molecular weight are the similar CMAs. You can consider those as similar CMAs. HPMC level. So how much percentage of HPMC you are using in the formulation, that is very important. Generally, for HPMC based tablets, the percentage of polymer is 15 to 30%. You can start with 10% and you go on increasing the HPMC percentage to get the desired release profile. Increase in the HPMC concentration or percent weight by weight, the drug release is lowered or slow down. If you increase HPMC, it will slow down the drug release. But there is a certain limit or range beyond which it does not impact or does not affect or slow down the drug release significantly. For example, if you are using 30% of the polymer, you are getting some release profile. If you use 35%, then only there are chances that you will get the same release profile or little bit slow down of the drug release, but it will not be significant. That means there is a limit or range beyond which increase in the HPMC level does not affect or slow down the drug release. And this will be a similar case to come to lower down or coming to the down level. Beyond certain or below certain range, there will not be much difference in the drug release profiles. So there should be optimum concentration or level of the polymer to sustain the drug release. Also, here, if you are using high viscosity grade HPMC, then you might require lower concentration compared to the low viscosity grade. For example, HPMC K100M and HPMC K200M. So if you are using HPMC K100M at 20%, there are chances that you will require less amount of HPMC K200M because it is having double the viscosity than K100M. The CR grades of the HPMC are widely used because they have some advantages. Those will be discussed in the CR grades. Coming to the particle size. So different manufacturers provide different particle size ranges. General criteria I have included here, that percent pass through 230 mesh, that is 63 microns. Fine particle size and coarser particle size may be available with different vendors or manufacturers for the HPMC. Fine particle size HPMC lowers the drug release as better matrix is formed with the API. Finer particle size of HPMC provides rapid and consistent hydration, gel formation and uniform distribution. It is very obvious that if you use finer particle size HPMC, it will mix properly, it will cover the API and it will distribute in a uniform fashion. It will hydrate in a uniform way and hydration will be consistent, gel formation will be consistent, hydration and erosion will be consistent, and that's why you will get uniform drug release compared to the coarser particle size. Coarser particle size, for example, it might be 200 to 300 micron of HPMC, and if you use coarser particle size of HPMC, so matrix formation will not be much uniform and it may lead to faster drug release at the same concentration level of fine particle size HPMC. This is because the coarser particle size will not form a better or good matrix and it will lead to inconsistent hydration, gel formation, drug release due to ununiform distribution. So it is better to mix the HPMC properly with the other material including APIs so that the gel formation, hydration and erosion will be consistent. Coming to the HPMC grades. So now CR grades are available. These grades have similar viscosity but with the narrow specifications for percent HP content, for particle size, and for percent methoxyl content. That means the substitution is having narrow specification limits, and also the particle size and bulk density are superior compared to the normal or premium grades of the HPMC. CR grades are specifically designed for controlled release formulations, and these have good flow properties, good density, and have controlled PSD ranges and specifications. CR grades are more predictable, controlled, and consistent dissolution or drug release profile. So CR grades are good to use for the consistent release profile. Coming to the hydration gel formation and erosion rates as a CMA. So hydration gel formation and erosion depends on molecular weight, depends on viscosity, and these are interrelated to the substitution type, particle size. HPMC hydrates quickly, swelling differences due to polymer core expansion. Full hydration causes chain disentanglement leading to erosion, and erosion rate is inversely related to molecular weight. Its simple meaning, we can say that low molecular weight HPMC will show fast erosion and dissolution will be faster. However, high molecular weight HPMC will give you slow erosion and sustained drug release, or it will hold the drug for more time. Erosion begins after hydration and is inversely related to the molecular weight. Erosion is also affected by electrolyte strength and matrix composition. So these are the main CMAs for HPMC. Critical material attributes of HPMC. For hydrophilic HPMC based matrix tablets in QbD based development. Whenever you are working onto the HPMC based matrix tablets, always consider these CMAs. I hope this video will help you to have understanding about HPMC CMAs. If you have any doubts, please comment and I will be happy to answer your queries. Thank you for watching the video.